She was in Ocean's.
Oh yeah, with Rihanna
yeah.
and what's my girl name?
Rihanna was in there.
Rihanna, fucking Kate Blanchett.
We all just get go into a trance. Who else was in this movie? Rihanna.
Robin.
The cast was Rihanna and
She's a Fenty.
Rihanna.
ASAP's girlfriend.
Wait a minute. Mitchell Lauren Kennedy. How was the war scene again? AJ?
Right, yeah.
like the SpongeBob scene.
Well,
and
Jack
like,
Black wasn't playing. Jack Black was like, take the thermal imaging and then switch it around and then take it
they
out
should
and
have
then put
had
it
Jack
back
Black
in.
and Manchurian Kennedy.
Yeah.
That's what they needed. And we're rolling. How you guys feeling? Good?
Doing good.
Solid.
good.
No complaints.
None.
Okay, we're in another piece of his sweatsuit collection.
The Gabe Sheffield collection.
It's never ending, guys. It's never ending.
Today we are reviewing our first Will Smith movie.
Big Willie.
One that I think some of us have
Yo,
seen.
you be starting off episodes wild, yo.
He gets right to it. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Gets right to it.
Yikes. Large.
Just made me think of Friday After Next. I heard they call you Sweet Dick Willie. Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But yeah, this was a Will Smith film that I hadn't even seen before.
That you hadn't seen?
Either.
You hadn't seen it either?
Nope.
As I'm watching it, I was like, all right, maybe I have seen this once, but even still, like, the movie was a ruin for me. I was surprised. At the end of it, I was like, okay, man, I might have seen this.
Yeah.
Because there's that one point I remember, like, back maybe like 2015 or something, I just started watching Will Smith movies I hadn't seen. Like, one of them was, what's the one where he is... Oh, 7 Degrees of Separation.
Oh, right.
I hadn't seen that one. And I watched that one. I'm pretty sure that one was obviously earlier than this one.
Is it 6 or 7?
Oh, 6 degrees. 6
degrees?
degrees
Yeah.
separation. 7 pounds.
7 pounds.
Yeah, I combined them.
Yeah, I mean, this film, just like in the last part with the Italian Job.
Wait, we're not even to that part yet. I was
saying it like it falls in because you were talking about how like you hadn't seen it, and I was saying like it falls in like that FX, Saturday afternoon, like I might have clicked past the shit one day, one weekend.
And just left it on. Yeah.
Right, maybe left it on for a couple minutes and switched back to Jurassic Park. You know what I mean? Just like
This is back to Jurassic Park.
right, like that Saturday afternoon, you just kind of channel surfing. This definitely feels like it kind of falls in that category. But yeah, it's packed with tons of good old Will Smith fun.
Yeah. But yeah, before we get into that, we're gonna be doing or giving our takes on the polls that we have posted recently.
Polls.
Another installment of that. Trying to do them a little more frequently so that we don't get piled up with 45 minutes of poll answering.
Yeah, I have some solid polls / trivias
under your sleeves. Yeah.
I'm aiming at Omari now instead of AJ.
Yeah, because these last ones, I'm like, oh, these are definitely targeted, and I'll tell you which ones they were. But so July 4th, we did a thrillers edition. The first one, and these are, two very good movies that you put up against each other. You're probably aiming at me, you were aiming at yourself also. But Parasite and Fight Club. Parasite won 52% to Parasite. Fight Club won 52% to Parasite's 48%.
I don't like that.
I think Fight Club is like now is revered so much as a classic.
It's a cult classic.
Yeah,
as a cult following.
But I'm gonna be honest. I think Parasite is a better movie.
Yeah, Parasite.
Parasite's cold as hell.
So all three of us had Parasite. I had Parasite also.
Parasite is
Fight Club. No knock on Fight Club
at all.
Yeah,
at all.
And I know like if we clip this or if Julian watches it, my brother, he's gonna Fight Club. I think is his favorite movie or up there, his top 3. So he's gonna be like, what?
Oh, I have some nice Fight Club trivia.
He'll definitely have some opinions on it. But yeah, we all had Parasite. And then the next one was
This
Nightcrawler versus Inside Man.
definitely aimed at you.
This one, he was sniper scoped right here on my forehead.
Right at the dome.
Yeah, and Inside Man is one of my favorite movies, but I had to think objectively. Inside Man won 52% to 48%, which I thought more people were gonna vote Inside Man than Nightcrawler, since Nightcrawler's
It's not as popular
is
as
not
a film.
is not as popular as of a movie. So
I love
just
Nightcrawler.
yeah, I'm glad it got respect, and I also voted that way. I voted for Nightcrawler
Same.
over Inside Man and everything. Yeah.
Same.
Then we're all on the same page for
This is
these
weird.
past two.
This is wild.
I think we might get. Oh yeah, we'll probably definitely get into it here, but Shutter Island blew out Black Swan 79% to 21%.
Now I picked Shutter
Pass
Island, but now that I'm thinking about Black Swan was also creepy as hell. And Natalie Portman, she delivered a really good performance there, but Leo killed it too.
You're a Leo stan though, so like
yeah,
anything Leo, I feel like
yeah.
you're gonna lean that way.
It's like it's the truth.
Yeah.
But no, Shutter Island's creepy. It's creepy. I enjoyed that one, and it's a classic Leo, cliffhanger joint. Like, oh my god, like is he there for real? Like, what's going on? Like, So I love that one.
What you got, Gabe?
I picked Shutter Island. I almost put it up against Inception.
Inception.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Leo.
That would've been
Yeah,
cool.
Leo.
That would have killed me.
I know what Gabe's doing in the next poll. But yeah, I picked Black Swan. Both are good movies. I feel like I just don't have the affinity for Shutter Island that a lot of people have. I'll probably have to rewatch it and probably have to rewatch both. I haven't seen both of them in a while.
Yeah, I think I
Same.
put both of them on the same playing field as far as like how much I like the movie, but then I gave Shutter Island a nod because it's revered as a more classic film when it comes to thrillers and like leaving you like in a loop of like what actually happened. Yeah.
Then we have Inception versus The Departed. So this is a good one to put up against each other.
Yeah.
Good one.
I don't even remember how I voted. I think I voted The Departed.
I think I went Inception.
Let's see. Oh yeah, yeah. So I guess I voted The Departed. Yep. Me and Gabe voted The Departed. You have Departed, and you have Inception. Amari.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was close, 57. But all of these, like, kudos to you, Gabe. You picked the good movies to go up against each other. Aside from Black Swan, they've all been pretty close.
Facts.
Then we have Get Out versus Split.
Bro, Split is way better than what they gave it credit for.
Yeah.
Split, yeah.
Get Out
really
like
is good.
81% to 19%, but Split is really good.
And I think, a lot of people didn't necessarily see Split, which is a shame because I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's a great, sequel film.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, Get Out's, in
And
a short amount of time.
He kills it. He plays so many different characters.
And like the follow-up Glass was good too. But I think the impact of Get Out is what did it. Like you hadn't seen anything like that
Get Out's
before.
become, in a very short amount of time, a classic, to be quite honest.
For sure. And then No Country for Old Men versus Talented Mr. Ripley. Both really, really good films.
Really
I think that it should have been closer, but 68% of the vote went for No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
I voted that way also. Both are really good, but I think No Country for Old Men is just like different too than a lot of like these kinds of movies, and it kind of has Western vibes, but also thriller and
gives a unique perspective on a bad guy. Like it's a different look of a bad guy, and I mean it was shot by Roger Deakins. So
so where Gee's voting. Then we have Reservoir Dogs and Uncut Gems. Still very close. 55% of the vote went to Uncut Gems, though.
Yeah, aimed right at AJ.
I picked Uncut Gems.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I think I gave
really
Uncut
good.
Gems the nod.
Mm-hmm.
Reservoir Dogs is another classic, though.
Right. I feel like if he remade Reservoir Dogs,
I
that
know,
one would
you
be
saw that in that
because it was.
interview. He said,
he
was
talked
like,
about it too.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, maybe I'll do that."
But yeah, I saw even when watching it because it's shot and it's almost like a play. Like you really only have like one or two locations, and most of it's like dialogue heavy. And that was his first film. I think it said that he filmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that interview, the Joe Rogan podcast interview is what we're referencing. But I think it was his first film, and with the amount of respect that he has now, he could probably kill it and blow it out of the water.
Facts.
And Uncut Gems, like you really see Adam Sandler's acting chops because he's
Right.
not playing like
Big time.
the goofy character that
Yeah,
he
and it
normally
was
does.
super original. Like no, I
Yeah.
feel like no one's incorporated a thriller in like sports and betting, and
Right.
that's like at the forefront of like the culture right now. Everyone's doing sports betting and so on. But yeah, that movie also just keeps you on the edge of your seat the entire time.
I'm still pissed at the ending.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. Me too. And shout out to Kevin Garnett. He did really well.
Facts.
Yeah.
Really, really well. He was good in that.
7 and Psycho. 7 won 67% of the vote to Psycho's 33%.
I'm almost positive I voted Psycho.
I think I voted Psycho too.
Oh, really? I voted 7.
Literally just for that one scene with Jamie Lee Curtis.
And it's like the more classic, like all horror films, like Hitchcock, they go back to this film to talk about like how to build tension.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I will have to watch it again, but I don't know. I just like 7 was super creative to me. Like it incorporated 7 deadly sins. Like it. I don't know. It's just Kevin Spacey kills it and being the weird guy.
Yeah.
So this kind of
Spacey
touches
is
on like what we
talented.
talked about in the previous episode about like time period,
Mhm.
like how you're saying this 7 is creative, including the 7 deadly sins, etc.
Yeah.
Like imagine there not really being any horror films, or there not really being any films that give you like any type of tension.
Yeah.
Like all the films being more so like musicals and stuff like that, and then
or
somebody
Three
is
Stooges.
like being killed, being stabbed viciously in a shower.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Like
it's
it's like
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, what was that other one we watched back in the movie club days with Alfred Hitchcock, where it was the guy that was like basically a peeping tom, and it took place in his apartment.
Oh
and he was,
yeah.
like, looking
Not
across.
Vertigo.
I think that was Alfred Hitchcock too.
Let's see. Hold on. We're gonna find it right now.
But yeah, I like that one is also pretty good.
But yeah, that yeah, both classics for sure.
I'll have to watch Psycho again with a different looking glass and whatever. But 7, just what's in the box?
Word.
Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt, Kevin Spacey.
What is the name of that one? Not Vertigo.
Yeah, but the next one was Joker and The Purge. Joker won 75% to 25%. I think it was like a landslide. But like you're saying, The Purge was also the first of its not of its kind, but like it kind of went in a new direction. It was like, oh, okay, we can think of the world in this way, or like look at it through this lens, kind of.
Yeah, I enjoyed. I like The Purge. I think I picked The Purge over The Joker actually, just because of like kind of like the originality of that first film that got me really excited, and that was definitely one of those big like theater moments where everyone wanted to go to the theater and see that. And everyone went to go to the theater to see Joker, but it's like we've gotten so many iterations of the Joker.
Oh yeah, you know this
With The Purge,
yeah.
I was like, well, wow, like and it was becoming like a thing that summer. It reminded me of the Project X summer when that film came out, and everyone wanted to throw a Project X party. Then all of a sudden,
everyone's
around
like
the
nervous,
world,
like wait,
yeah,
is
everyone
everyone
was like,
killing
wait a
each
minute,
other?
like, is everyone gonna kill each other, or like blah blah blah
For an hour or whatever?
You know, I love. It's kind of like I always call it like the Jaws effect. Like, when
Bro,
Jaws
there was a
came out.
petition that over 2 million people
Yeah.
signed
Yeah,
to purge black
purge.
people.
Yeah.
To purge
Yeah.
black people.
It's like that Jaws effect when Jaws came out. It completely like almost took out the beach business because no one wanted to go to the beach after seeing Jaws. Like I love films that like have a direct impact, good or bad, but mostly good. With The Purge, it was bad, but mostly good. I love when you're able to like kind of like put your finger on the pulse of popular culture and society in general. So I went with The Purge with that one. But the Joker kind of did that too in a way, you know what I mean? Like the Joker definitely shook the table a little bit as well. So.
Right, it was a different way to have an origin story for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like he had a difficult task as being the first person to play the Joker after the stellar performance in The Dark
Right.
Knight.
And
like
then-
people, no one could
people-
imagine a Joker in any other way but that.
Right.
They were gonna like retire that character.
Yeah,
almost.
exactly. And we've never seen the Joker. We had never really seen an super iconic villain get their own film. Like, you know what I mean? So this was the first time the Joker was getting his own situation. So yeah, it was
Yeah,
definitely,
Joaquin
both
Phoenix,
films were a big
he
deal.
killed it too.
Yeah, both films were a big deal. So.
Yeah. So then another question that we posed: who is the best actor or actress that has yet to win an Oscar? There are some people on here, but you can kind of vote whoever. What did you guys think? Who?
It actually would be the person whose movie we're reviewing today.
Yeah, Will Smith.
Either him or Sam Jack.
Yeah,
I mean, you could go Jake too.
Yeah, that's what,
Yeah,
it's tough between those three. I mean, also on this picture is
Gosling. Yeah,
Gosling and Johnny
Rosario.
Depp. Yeah, there's a lot, a lot of people.
There's a lot of people, who haven't.
But
my biggest one will probably have to be Glenn Close.
yeah,
Just because of the incredible resume, she's been around forever. I feel like she should have had one. I'm trying to think of which role I feel like she should have had it, but yeah, Glenn Close is another one who's just like extra goated and has had tons of iconic roles, and yeah, she should have had an Oscar.
Just for the sheer amount of movies. Like I'm not going to be able to pick based on emotion. So if I had to break it down to like a formula and be like, just the sheer amount of movies and performances that this person's put together, I'm going to have to go Sam Jack. He's been in the most movies and hasn't won for supporting or lead.
Right.
Like that seems kind of ridiculous.
Crazy. He could have easily won for the Django role.
Facts.
Like easily. That shit was like
That
might be his best
too.
performance. Yeah. He's been in tons of shit, but like that one right there might be his best performance.
Mm-hmm.
And he's had a lot of good performances.
He gonna sleep in the big house?
You saying that nigga right there.
These some of you probably completely despise and then just kill it.
I love Sam for that one right there, bro.
The fact that him as a person, like if he saw that character he played in real life, he's definitely squaring up. Like, and then he kills that role.
Like they not seeing eye to eye. No way.
No way about nothing.
No way. Like, and it's like all his characters are clearly like, it's not like he just immerses himself into his roles. Just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like he just becomes whatever the hell you need him to be. Like, it's just
Nick
like
Fury,
right? Like it's just
you need him to be suave and smooth. You need him to be a crackhead. You need him to be a radio host.
Even in not so good movies, or not even not so good movies, because I think Kong Skull Island is a fantastic action thrill adventure film, and he's excellent.
Is that the third one?
That's the one with him, Brie Larson. And yeah, it's just like there's one scene in Kong Skull Island real quick when they're just getting to the island, and it's like I think it's similar to Kong versus Godzilla versus Kong, where the gravity's like fucked up, and so like the helicopters or airplanes that they come in like are like just freaking out, and Sam has this like mini monologue as they're trying to like right the planes properly.
Get the snakes off the plane.
Yeah, he's giving it's literally like a snakes on a plane moment where it was like he does like a classic Sam Jackson like just like mini monologue to get them through and like right the ships, so to speak. And it's just like that's what Sam it's just like that's Sam. Like,
wait, was it Deep Blue Sea that he got eaten by the shark?
Yeah, and then he dies similar in Kong Skull Island, and he just and it's just like yes, like
even when he dies, he goes out iconic.
Yes, like
there's
that's
certain
the type
movies
of shit you go to the movies for, like for classic Sam Jackson moments and shit.
It's movies you wouldn't even remember
if
he
Sam
didn't play
like you feel me?
Snakes on a Plane.
Exactly.
It wasn't him. Lakeview Terrace. Black Snake Moan.
Well, I don't know. Lakeview Terrace is actually pretty good. I like that story too.
Yeah, you like the story, but who else as a black character could make you feel that uncomfortable?
Right. And it's also torn. It's like, all right,
like I'm a black guy, and normally like it's very hard for me to like feel like, is he being racist?
Yeah. Right.
Like he made me. I started to be like, is he?
Bruh, even in the latest Shaft, with what's the young cat's name? Anyway, it's just like he just knows how to just carefully. Even in Spiral with Chris Rock, it's like he just knows how to take the source material, take the script, and just bring that shit to life. Like
he played a fragile person.
Right.
Sam Jack played a fragile person.
Right.
He's like Unthinkable. He killed it in Unthinkable. You guys remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Black Snake Moan. Like,
yeah.
They're making a second one, but it's him and Ryan Reynolds where he's
it's out right now. Hitman's Bodyguard.
yeah,
Hitman's
like
Oh, yeah.
Hitman's
yeah,
Bodyguard
yeah.
was amazing. I need to go see Hitman's
I need to see the
Bodyguard,
second one.
but
That should look funny as hell.
I loved Hitman's Bodyguard.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sam Jack definitely.
Yeah, man. Leader of the Avengers, a Jedi, a fucking. I mean, he's
whatever you need him to
he's
be.
playing
Right.
everything.
He's whatever you need him to be.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the only right answer.
He's like the bacon of cinema. Like you add him to anything and he
Yeah.
makes it better.
Right.
Yeah, he's the Tokyo Drift of.
Oh dear God.
Speaking of Tokyo
Bam!
Drift,
Tokyo
God.
Drift insertion.
we are going into.
Gotta
He
have
really
it.
did it. We're going into car movies. It was probably gonna get brought up anyway.
Yeah.
But our next poll was car movies, and
Oh shit! Well, it's definitely gonna
another
be
one
brought
where
up.
Gabe was targeting me. He put Ford versus Ferrari versus Baby Driver.
That's a good one.
I don't even. Depending on the day, I probably pick a different movie.
Yeah,
Same.
But I picked Baby Driver. I remember I picked Baby Driver this time.
I think I picked Ford.
Yeah, see, like I think I picked Baby Driver the day of the poll, but
Yeah.
right now I'm leaning more towards Ford versus Ferrari.
Right. The reason why I gave Baby Driver the nod is because it was an original story rather than based on a true story.
That's fair.
But see, I like based on true story.
Oh, you do?
movies. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
bringing.
No, I mean I like based on true stories because I would have never known this story either, and
Right.
they both killed it. But it's just
Yeah, I mean, we kind of discussed this before the pod.
Yeah.
Like my preferred version of art is realism. So like I like stuff based off of real life and like
The
true
things that happen,
stories
yeah.
and things like that. So yeah, but both of them are super lit.
Facts.
so. Wait, which way did you vote, Amari?
I think I did Ford versus Ferrari.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ford vs. Ferrari was one of my favorite movies the year it came out.
Yeah.
Also,
Same.
I'm so burpy today. And then we had Taxi Driver and Need for Speed.
Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver won
Need
by
for
a
Speed is
landslide.
Like, yeah.
Need for Speed is good, but it's like, or it was. I don't know if it was good, but it's a movie.
Yeah.
This one I was like, all right, it was
It's-
kind of clear who was gonna win.
It's a
I
sequence
don't
of
know, like,
frames
who picked-
with actors.
I want to know who picked Need for Speed. But then we had Transporter versus Gran Torino.
I think I
picked.
did Transport.
Yeah, I picked Transporter also.
Same.
Yeah.
Body's dropping.
But yeah.
Yeah. Big time.
And it was like the first one of that kind of like. I mean, they made 3 more of them, so it was like super successful. But it was kind of cool. Like, oh, this guy's just like a really lit driver and he can fight people, and he's just like a bodyguard for.
And
The
he's
person.
all about like not messing up his suit,
Yeah.
which I love.
So you know that's has a strong affinity for you, Gabe.
Yeah.
Then it was Fast and Furious versus Too Fast, Too Furious. The first two of them, probably arguably like the closest in comparison to. Would you guys you lean the first one or second?
I think I went the second
Yeah, I
one
think
because
I
of
did
Tyrese.
second.
Second, yeah. It takes place in Miami too, so we might have a little bit of bias, but
exactly.
South Florida, but
You know, I think they did a better job of like adding the comedic relief in the second one.
Exactly.
yeah,
Tyrese
and
killed
building the characters.
That's
so,
his
yeah.
film right there.
Then we had Gone in 60 Seconds versus Death Race. This one was close for me too. I actually accidentally voted Gone in 60 Seconds, but I meant to vote Death Race. Again, like I think when I look at these and they're close for me, I kind of just pick the one where I'm like, all right, this one kind of made you feel different. This one was who would ever think that there's gonna be in the future a race that can get people out of jail if they win it a certain amount of times or something, and like would be good entertainment.
Body's dropping, death race.
Right.
So
Would you guys like to see a death race
Just
in real life?
I'm still.
I feel like you couldn't do it, but it would be probably like
no,
like,
I wouldn't want to
really
sit in. I
want-
wouldn't want to sit in
want
real
like
life
I
because you
forget
know
the name.
who would be the drivers who would be getting killed.
oh yeah,
It'd
that's
be
true.
This is
us.
a classic.
It was a jail based movie, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
They were all in jail.
Exactly. So
Uh-huh.
who are you going to see in these vehicles in jail that's getting killed?
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yes. Never
It would-
mind. Yeah,
it would be us.
that's
No,
true.
like I've always. Oh, is that the name of this? Hold on. I think it was Wacky Races cartoon. I want like a film like that. Like I want to get just like a huge, super dope ensemble cast for like an action adventure Wacky Races film, and it's like speed racers mixed with like Mad Max Fury Road type vibes, and it's like I would love that so much.
You said racers or racist?
Racers.
Okay,
no,
that's what it sounds like.
I want racists and I want the KKK. No,
okay,
yeah,
that's interesting
I would
dynamic.
love that, like a super like crazy like race adventure like / battle to the death type of vibes. Yeah.
I would enjoy that very much so.
Yeah, and get like cool ensemble.
Yeah, if you split up the Expendables and
Yeah.
made them like be
Literally
against each other,
but race vibes. Yeah, exactly.
that'd be lit.
Exactly. Yeah.
New, and you could have like some new versus old, like
Exactly.
Jean-Claude Van Damme and Jason and Statham in a fight. Be lit.
Then, speaking of Mad Max Fury Road versus Fast 5. Which way did you guys lean?
Mad Max.
I went Mad Max as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Mad Max won 64-36.
Yeah.
Still pretty close, but yeah, Fast 5 is we all said it was the best one of the series.
It
but
is, yeah.
It's you saw it 5 times before then, and, and Mad Max is just it's just different cinematography. I like it. It's like
Well, Mad Max Fury Road is a remake.
I haven't watched the
is,
other one,
but
but it
yeah.
was a remake.
Yeah.
I knew it was a remake, but I hadn't seen the original.
The technology advancement is like not even comparable.
Oh, it's not.
So I
The
probably
first
wouldn't
one's
watch it.
not.
Like watching the
There's
first one
no-
is not
Yeah,
comparable.
if you
Is
wanna
it gonna be
watch
watching like Barney?
Watch that first one for Tina Turner. That's about it.
And then we have Cars, the animated Cars versus Speed with Keanu Reeves. What'd you guys pick?
Yeah.
But
Cars.
I really like both of them. Like,
Yeah.
But that's why I
Speed's
put them up
cool.
next to each other. I watched Speed so many times as a kid.
Well, Speed
growing up.
is one of Amari's favorite thing in FX Classic.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I watched it so
Good
many
old
times.
Saturday
but
afternoon.
Cars is lit.
Make you a tuna
I
sandwich.
picked Speed also. That's who I think is an underrated actress. She's probably gotten her flowers, but Sandra Bullock,
Yeah, she definitely got
maybe
her
not
moment.
underrated, but just we haven't seen much of
Yeah,
her
we haven't seen her in a
recently.
while, but yeah, she during that Blindside era, she was everywhere.
I mean,
Miss Congeniality,
her
she was
recent
lit.
film was all the rage on that.
My
What was that
favorite-
the space one?
No, the one where you can't see, like you have to you have to have.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Bird
oh,
Box.
oh,
Yeah,
Bird
she
Box.
definitely had a moment. Yeah, she
Bird
came
Box,
back. She
yeah.
sure did.
That's true.
She definitely came back. And that movie freaked me out when I first saw that. I had to turn it off because I was like, I
didn't watch it because it was too hype.
Bro,
At the time.
first like 10 minutes, I was like, I know where this is going, and I am scared. I was like, this needs to stop.
Wait, it
But,
also is a scary movie. That's probably also why I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it was horrifying when I first watched that. But my favorite Sandra Bullock movie, speaking of Ryan Reynolds, The Proposal, the comedy.
I
the
love
rom-com.
The
Isn't that like
Yeah,
speaking of
I
like
love
FX
The
Saturday
Proposal,
night?
bro.
Like
That's one of
I
the
love
funniest.
that movie.
I love rom-coms.
Yes,
as we
bro.
discussed.
That's like
which
a
is funny.
classic.
Because
like,
I go from like I want bodies to drop
Yeah, the body's trapped.
to rom-coms.
you're a sick man.
I love rom-coms, but that is like
Imagine bodies
the
rapping in
jokes
Yeah,
in that.
rom-com.
One of my favorite scenes is when they're like making up how he proposed.
Yeah.
And they're like going back and forth, and she's like, yeah, and confetti flew out, and he was on one knee. He was like, and I was standing
And
like
I
a
was
man.
standing like
And they had Betty White over there doing the little rain dance, twerking and shit. I'm like, they got Betty White over here throwing ass. Come on, Betty. Come on, girl.
The proposal's lit.
Girl. Yeah, no, I love that one. I love that film so much. But yeah, sometimes I do have to cleanse.
Oh, that's true. She
if
was
I'm
in
watching-
Oceans. She was in Oceans. what
Oh
was it,
yeah,
eight-
with
eight,
Rihanna
yeah.
and what's my girl name?
Rihanna was in there.
Rihanna, fucking Kate Blanchett.
We all just
Rihanna,
get, we all just
Rihanna
get
was in
drunk.
there.
We all just go into a trance. Who else was in this movie?
Rihanna,
Rihanna.
Robin.
The cast was Rihanna and
Fenty,
She's a Fenty.
Rihanna.
ASAP's girlfriend. Just different names. Jay-Z's artist. The Queen of Barbados.
Sarah Paulson. Sarah Paulson.
Sarah Paulson.
The-
I mean,
Anne Hathaway.
yeah, that was a good
The
one right
bad
there.
girl.
The bad gal.
Riri.
There was other people in the film.
The
I'm
queen.
sure.
You just say her, the Queen of Barbados. You said that.
Queen of Barbados. The Queen of the Caribbean at this point. The Jam Queen.
There was somebody else in the
Some,
movie.
there were
I'm
some
sure.
other people, I think. But, you know, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Rihanna's there.
And she played like a tech specialist. That was the
Yeah, I know. Rihanna.
And dressed very like
The girl who won't drop an album.
Bro, she's not going to, bro.
I
You see how much
want that.
money she's making?
Everybody keeps playing. All the legends keep playing, bro. Drake, Rihanna, Please.
Bro,
like,
Drake just dropped music.
I need an album, Gabe. All right, Kanye's coming. All right, we need everyone to start dropping shit. But anyway,
Yeah, Kanye for sure.
that was a good poll.
Yeah, that was the last of this batch of polls.
Nice batch.
Yeah, we can get into the movie.
No. That was a question. That was a question.
There's another question.
That was a question.
We already talked about this.
What are we talking? What was it?
No,
The question
I
was-
want to read this question. We need to read this question out loud.
That one?
Oh yeah, that was we did discuss
Yeah, we
that.
talked about that.
I thought it was the opposite. I thought it was the worst.
Oh, the worst one. The worst. Okay. Yeah. Well, the question, so we don't give you guys on the cliffhanger, was what was the best Fast and Furious movie?
And I definitely was trolled by people putting
Yeah, people put Tokyo Drift a bunch of
just,
times.
just to
wasn't
annoy
trolled
me.
at all. They was giving you the truth.
And then I put the stat of how to this
Oh, yeah.
day
That don't
Tokyo
matter.
Drift is
That
the
don't matter.
least
Is the least-
grossing Fast and Furious
Everybody
film.
talk
No,
about Tokyo Drift.
people don't even remember what happened in 4. They don't even remember 4 was a thing. They don't remember the cast. They don't remember anything about Fast and Furious 4. But it grossed
I still
more
They
money.
marketed it terribly. They marketed Tokyo Drift terribly.
It's okay.
They
Bro.
didn't believe in it.
It's okay,
I
bro.
bet they believe in it now. When they
I
brought
thought they
home back.
marketed it a lot.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it more than Fast and
Everywhere.
Furious 4.
Well, I didn't see Tokyo Drift in theaters. I don't remember how they marketed it, but I just remember watching that motherfucker a lot and just being like, "Oh my god, I want to drift a car, but I can't barely ride a bike." So
I remember leaving the
really.
movie. Oh, sorry.
No, I was trying to like be funny.
I was gonna say. I remember leaving the movie theater and being like, "How much money did they spend on tires?"
Yeah.
Facts. Facts.
Like they probably ran through a bunch of tires in this
Well,
movie.
even just like the characters in the movie, because they were like
Right.
training how to drift and they were
Right.
burning through tires.
Facts. Tokyo. Man.
I'll give you this. I think that's my favorite location that they've traveled to out of any of the
Okay, now you cooking with grease. There you go.
Fast and Furious films.
There
See,
you go.
that's my positive.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. We love Tokyo. I'm telling you, if they're gonna do some more, they can totally go back to Tokyo. I mean, Tokyo's got so much. If they were to remake, talking about remakes from the last part, if they were to remake Tokyo Drift,
I don't know.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah, I was like the
It's just
dynamic.
it's like
of
it's part of a story.
It's,
yeah.
it's the technology hub. Like 10 years later in Tokyo, you know how much innovative shit Tokyo got going on now?
Yeah, but it couldn't be Tokyo Drift because they were introducing drifting, and now that's not
Yeah,
like
I mean,
people
yeah,
know what it is.
It has to be some new
It
shit.
had to be something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be Tokyo Drift.
It won't be Tokyo Drift, but it'll be like, I mean, they could call it Tokyo
Bro,
Drift.
it's not the fact that they went to
And they'll
Tokyo
do
that
some
makes
drifting,
the movie
don't get me
bad.
wrong, because they haven't really drifted since Tokyo Drift.
Yeah,
for
they've
real.
drifted the storyline all over the damn place since Tokyo Drift. Yes, they have.
They drifted
They
a.
haven't physically drifted vehicles since Tokyo Drift. They're reserved. I bet you they got in their back pocket to take their ass back to Tokyo for real.
They've gone back every movie.
That's because Tokyo's
What
cool.
are you talking about?
Guys, this is not a Tokyo Drift podcast. The entire we should change the name from what we watching to Tokyo Drift
What?
podcast.
Tokyo drifting.
We keep
Damn.
drifting into the conversation.
We really do.
Will Smith has nothing to do with Tokyo Drift.
Man.
Since we're on the
Oh,
topic
that'd be
of
the
Tokyo
ultimate.
Drift, we can discuss our enemies
Our enemies.
in the movie of the
Listen,
day.
now y'all, listen,
And-
y'all cooking with fish oil now. If they bring Will Smith out for these last,
We already
Fast
discussed
movies,
that. We discussed
did
if
we
they
say
went
it?
to Philadelphia
Yeah.
and included
We
Will
did.
Smith and
We
Kevin
did.
Hart. We discussed all of that, man.
We did.
Just let it go. Let it go, man. Let it go.
It's like there's so many more movies I like more than the Fast franchise movies. I don't know how we've been sitting here all these pods.
But
talking
it's
about.
you.
It's me. It is. I mean, we're here now. What you want me to do?
Your affinity for Shad Moss will not allow you to let Tokyo Drift
Wait,
go.
is that his highest grossing film and also the least grossing film of the Fast series?
Nah, dude, there's no way. Like
That's
Mike
highest.
has
Oh,
to
like
be.
Mike, yeah.
like
has to
Mike's
be.
probably, yeah, like Mike. Yeah.
That's true.
Definitely not a lottery ticket.
Definitely not.
Look,
like-
yo,
But
can
we
we
ain't gonna
just
get
please
Gabe.
change
We
the
ain't gonna
subject?
get Gabe
Please
in.
change
Alright.
the subject.
We-
Please,
how
I beg
does
of you.
every 3 episodes lottery ticket is brought up?
Lottery
Every
ticket is
episode
brought
Tokyo
up, bro.
Drift. All right,
Please.
so we're gonna.
I don't know. Let me get my notes.
I was about to do special effects again. I just caught myself. We are now switching gears into the movie that we're discussing for this pod, Enemy of the State, starring Will Smith and some other people. Who was in it? Gene Hackman. I forgot the other dude that has
Voight.
John Voight. Yeah, the punchable face guy.
Yeah, MAGA John Voight. Angelina Jolie.
MAGA John Voight.
Janine.
Oh, Regina.
Lisa Bonet.
She's gonna be Janine.
Lisa Bonet. Come on.
Lisa Bonet. That's
mama.
right. I don't know why I'm forgetting all this. Like, yeah, there's a lot
Regina King. Jack Black.
Oh, Jack Black.
A nice Jack Black moment we got. More Seth
Jack
Green.
Black not being just like
I know,
funny
right?
fat
Like,
Jack Black.
Yeah, I was like, damn, like computer. It's kind of like when Sam Jackson, going back to Sam, when he was the computer guy for Jurassic Park. Like they kind of like those are like.
But he wasn't bad in this role. He just seemed like all right, a guy that likes computers and video games, and like he just happens to be. Yeah. So yeah, overall, I mean,
fun cast.
Okay, I gave read the synopsis. I see you have it right there. Before I go into some tangent about the movie.
So Will Smith is like in like
he grows up and he's a lawyer.
He's running a lot, and then like he's not at one point.
He was born. He gets into a fight in his native hometown in Philadelphia, and his mother forces him to move to Bel Air
most of his days. Then Regina King gets mad.
So, a corrupt National Security Agency official, Thomas Reynolds, has a congressman assassinated to assure the passage of an expansive new surveillance legislation. When a videotape of the murder ends up in the hands of Robert Clayton Dean, Will Smith, a labor lawyer and dedicated family man, he is framed for murder. With the help of ex-intelligence agent Edward Brill Lyle, Dean attempts to throw Reynolds off his trail and prove his innocence.
So yeah, incredible. I mean, off rip, I thought it was a good movie. It's 1998. Yeah, this is also kind of we talked about Manchurian Candidate a little while back. This was also kind of in the era of the government's always watching. Like Big Brother was like right at the forefront of everyone's concerns and stuff.
Little did they know.
Little they know it was going to be a very real thing, but also like in a different way.
But yeah, they were more upfront about it in this than they were in the
Manchurian Candidate.
Like it's literally on the news, like discussing, hey, just so you guys know, we're gonna be tapping.
And it was like the entire thought of like every American back then was like they're listening to every conversation, everything is happening. And this was pre 2001, 9/11, so.
They was clocking the government's tea very early. They knew what was going on.
Regina King was not having
Regina
it.
Not at all. Yo, Regina King was packed this whole movie.
She was not. She was 100% like black woman. You got her order wrong.
Like
and
literally,
she is sending it back attitude.
Like literally.
So you're just gonna violate our civil rights?
Nigga, I told you that this was gonna happen. I told you.
Well, we're gonna have people monitoring the people who is tapping your line. So who's gonna be monitoring the
people that gonna monitor the people? Who's monitoring the people? Why they monitoring? Tell me that. Fool. I was like, you better get on Regina. I'm tired of this bullshit too.
Yeah, but what's his name from Alvin and the Chipmunks? Jason Lee had a quick cameo. Do you guys recognize him from Jason Alvin and the Chipmunks? Yeah.
No.
He was the guy who originally was the bird watcher dude.
Oh shit.
That had the video. And I was like, where have I seen this guy? I was like, oh, that's the Alvin and the Chipmunks dude.
Bro, I remember him from God dog it where he plays. Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. It's a TV show. He's hilarious on this doggone TV show. My name Earl. My name is Earl.
My name is
Bro,
Earl. Yeah.
He's freaking
Hey,
hilarious.
that little Regina King bit reminded me of the Tyler created them show. You gonna come to my birthday party with my birthday gift at my birthday party? We're having a birthday. Yo, Regina was fed up.
She didn't know what to believe, and she was skeptical of everyone and everything.
And that's just classic Regina King, because I was like, bitch, me too. Like, what's going on? Like, I am in disarray. Like, I am scared. Like, help. Willard.
Oh my gosh. then the other funny scene, which wasn't her, but where someone snaps, where they're like trying to ask Will Smith, did he have an affair with Lisa Bonet's character? It's like, do you have an affair? He was like, I don't know. Do you masturbate in the shower? Are you attracted to other men?
Oh, that's right.
That's my business. None of my fucking business. And neither is this.
And then when they came in and ransacked Regina and Will's crib, and then they walking in and they're looking at everything, and then Regina King goes, "Ugh, the dog is green."
They painted the dog green.
She's like, "Damn it, baby, the dog is green." Shit. I was like, "Yo, Regina's just such a G. Like, she's just like." She's a black woman for like in a film like and you cast Regina King like that's a black woman, okay? Like she's getting ready to give you the real like
oh my gosh.
Boy, she had me dead in this film, dog.
Yeah, so Will Smith starts out as like an unassuming lawyer. He's not really buying into the NSA is tapping everything. News that's being spread or like even what his wife is believing and stuff. Then comes to find out that in this movie the government and NSA is tapping everything illegally, but they're doing it. And the guy, John Voight's character, murders a congressman that was gonna like stand against him on the issue to make sure that he gets his stuff passed and like he can hide all the stuff he's been doing. And so it's not even like all the NSA is like this one team within the NSA who is in charge of doing this is like, all right, they're the extremist of the group and push it along that way. But yeah, so they're trying to find the video of John Voight's character having the congressman killed, so that they can erase it, obviously, and then cover their tracks. But
and they tie in because in the beginning I'm like, okay, these are two separate things that's going on. Right. How is this going to tie in together? They do a good job of tying it in together because the video even only comes about because there's a photographer who has set up like
camera trap.
Yeah, a camera trap. For people who don't know, that's how they capture like a lot of animals too, like tiger photos and stuff in the wild. Like they're not going to be close enough to actually capture them, so they set up these traps. So if they pass by this certain area, it triggers it. So he set up a camera trap, and this camera trap happens to be pointed directly at where they get rid of, like, kill and like have his car like go into the ocean, like get rid of the person. So he captures everything. And then this person happens to be someone who Will went to college with. And he sees him out just a random day as he's buying another funny scene, as he's buying lingerie for his wife. And he's already super uncomfortable because he's buying the lingerie and the lady's like, oh, what size is she? And she's like pointing to her own body parts. Yeah. Like to try to say. But he runs into this classmate from college.
Well, the classmate runs into him.
Yeah, runs into him.
As he's running away from the people who are going to eventually try to kill him.
And he's clearly in a rush. He happens to drop the tape into Will's bag. And then he takes off and ends up getting hit by a bus.
Yes. That scene was crazy. This was for like 1998.
I know. 1998, I was like, damn, they really went in with that bus killing scene.
Right. It was like, it was really good though. I was like,
it was. I was like, whoa. I was like, damn.
How did they do this back then? Is the actor actually dead?
Right. I was
did they sacrifice him for the movie?
Cut, nigga. Wait. Oh my God. Imagine on set.
But yeah.
The bus kept going too.
Yeah.
You guys didn't notice.
The bus was like, sorry, nigga.
And then this scene, like when they're analyzing what happens, like technology wise, this is the part that made me so upset with the Mandalorian candidate.
Yeah.
Because we discussed like, oh, technology wasn't what it's supposed to be back then. Right. So they get away with some of these scenes. No, motherfucker. Because in this scene, like they have super advanced technology. They're like doing 3D rotations, zooming in.
Jack Black's like, doink, 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 doink. We're taking the 3D imaging of the bag, and then we're looking at the shadow, and
that's
then we
stuff that they do in the NFL now. Like, like they just started doing.
Like, you can turn it, you can see Will Smith's forehead, then you can turn it again, and you can see his ass. It's like, oh my God, Jack Black, that's incredible.
Will Smith is indeed thick.
Based off the shadow and the trajectory and the size of the bag, it's different than what it was a second ago. So he could have dropped something in there, or it could be. I'm like, wait a minute. Mandalorian candidate. How was the war scene again? AJ?
Right, yeah.
like the SpongeBob scene.
When
where,
Jack
like,
Black wasn't playing, Jack Black was like, take the thermal imaging and then switch it around and then take it
they
out.
should
And
have
then put
had
it
Jack
back
Black
in.
and Manchurian Candidate.
Yeah,
That's what they needed.
That's what
They would have figured it out quicker.
Jack Black would have clocked that shit. He was like, oh, no, y'all got me fucked up. Reboot the computer, then do this again, fool.
Yeah, so like for half the movie, Will Smith's character doesn't know that he actually is in possession of what they're looking for.
Mm-hmm. He's just on the run. Boy.
Yeah, he's just like, what is going? I think that like so. Yeah, I don't know. It's very like the plot is super not complicated, but complex, and like there's a lot of things woven into it, and it unfolds at the end exactly like how he needed it to.
Right.
Well, basically, there's another. He has a videotape on a mob dude that kind of like catches him in the act of doing something that basically incriminates him. So he thinks that the mob is the one that's trying to mess with him the entire time when it's really the NSA. Right. And so he doesn't know who he's running from or who he's fighting the entire time until like probably like 3/4 through the movie.
Yeah, and I love how Will moves through this film. This is actually, I'm gonna put up there as a really great Will Smith performance. Mm-hmm. I can see why, they probably, because Men in Black came out the year before this, and I feel like the producers probably looked at that performance and was like, oh yeah, he could totally play like a witty, charismatic, but at the same time have a steely reserve at points and a posturing in certain environments. And I totally got that from some of those opening scenes when he was like face to face with mafiosos, like just like, yeah, like nah, like
yeah. I mean, I got some of the 6 Degrees of Separation vibes in that one too.
That too,
of like
exactly.
How
just like bringing that gravitas but also that confidence and that sharpness to the character. And even when he was frazzled, it was like you could see him quick on his feet, like just like, all right, what's the next thing? All right, let me like put the closet on fire. Let me, move from this room to the next. Like I love the scene where he's taking his clothes off and he's like, oh, I gotta get these clothes off. And he's in the Woo's hotel room, and Miss Wu's like, come on.
She's bringing the dollars out.
Take that shit off.
Yeah.
I was like, that was funny.
No, it's definitely.
And it's just like, yeah, he's just moving through the chaos, like in that second act.
And
like
learning and growing. Like the character grows, and you can see like, if you took a snapshot or like the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes, you'd be like, wait, what happened? Because these are two entirely different characters. Mm-hmm. Like Will Smith at the end is a different character than he was in the beginning.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he definitely gave me Lincoln Lawyer vibes, like in the beginning, like when he's face to face with the mafia and they're like saying all this stuff. He's like, yeah, whatever. Like,
right. He was like,
no, you're not.
Yeah. He's like, I know the law. Like,
exactly.
You got to kill me.
And even the NSA, they were like, oh no, he's good. Like, he's like, he's good. He's like, when they first tried to come into the crib, he was like, no, you don't have a warrant. Sorry.
You can leave.
You can leave.
Okay.
It's time to go. Yeah, he's very cocky, very, you know what I mean? But at the same time, when it was time for the character to be in disarray, be confused, he played it very, very well. And like you were saying, Gravy, it's like you can see, by scene, his character's collecting more information and learning more and adapting to everything that's thrown at him. So definitely a really good Will Smith performance here. And then the cast plays so well off of him. Lisa Bonet, Regina King, everyone just does so well. Even the supporting cast, when he's on the roof with Homeboy and he's just like telling him like, what, like, will you take your clothes off? What's going to happen? I'll be surprised if you live to see another day. Like, just like nice little moments like that are push the story along and giving it some gives the viewers more information too. It's like, okay, like this is how this can progress or how he can not get out of this, but like this is what he's up against.
Yeah. They did a good job with John Voight, because immediately as soon as I saw his face on the screen, I'm like, I don't like this.
He's a punchable face. I didn't know his name. I see the guy with the punchable face. So who is he? He's like MAGA John Voight.
No damn good. Yep. No damn good.
Yeah, it just looks like he looks like a person who you need to hit just because you don't know exactly what they did,
but they did something.
Exactly.
He did something.
Yeah, they definitely deserve it.
Yeah, and this film's definitely just a tad smarter than the Denzel joint, because it's just like
not a tad. I think it's
it's smarter.
A few clicks.
Yeah, a couple clicks. Yeah, it's definitely smarter. I like
some distance on it.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice to poor Denzel, but I even like to see scene where Will's coming out and the dude's like, smile. He's like, what? Smile? FBI right there. Say hey.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, I love when criminals are like kind of aware of the situation. It's just like, yeah, like fuck the FBI. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love stuff like that.
Yeah, and how it all unfolds at the end is like, genius. We always give spoilers, but this is kind of like a challenge up. It's so good that I want you guys to go watch it, and I don't want to give the entire
Yeah, but there was one area that annoyed me.
Go ahead.
So when he first encounters someone and they find the tracking device on him,
on his shoe,
well, I would immediately assume there's a lot more shit that has tracking devices on. And then he goes out the next time.
And then it was on the other shoe.
He has 6 of them on.
Right.
Six different places. I'm like, you didn't check anything.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And one of them is in the exact same spot that the first one was. I'm like, you really
come on, bro.
You just don't care. Mm-hmm. That's where you like, you see the growth and the progression of his character. Like he's so unassuming, even after
he's like, that's all. They only had the one on me. Yeah,
he's so unassuming. And then in the end, he's like, all right, we're gonna have this nanny drive, and I'm gonna sit in the back seat, and my kids are gonna be in this seat and look forward. Don't ever turn back, and we're gonna duck down this alley. And they're like, all right, now you're actually operating like the damn NSA is looking for you.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
If they're offing congressmen, you know what they'll do to you.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah. This was a fun one. I have to just go back to Regina Black.
She was about that life. Like in the garage scene, she's like, I knew it. Let's go get him right now. Like, no, you take the kids and get out of here.
No,
she was ready to go.
When they was trying to clock him on the Lisa Bonet situation, and they was like, did you sleep with this bitch? She was like, Bobby, I want you to leave. I want you to leave right now, Bobby. Oh, hell, I need time to think. Like, I need time to think. I was like, yo.
And she caught his ass. You know what I'm looking at right now? You just told me that you haven't been messing with her. I'm looking at pictures of you from her today.
Pictures with you with this hoe today. It's all over the news. Bobby.
He's like, who gave you those pictures? You didn't even think about that. Like,
shut up, Bobby.
A messenger.
Okay.
Like the most skeptical person is like, got random pictures and was like, not wondering how they got them.
But that's come on, a black woman who's been cheated on.
Yeah, you can forget about it.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
But the sky could be falling. She don't worry about that. We had a therapist for a year and a half.
Michelle Obama could have showed up with those pictures.
Exactly.
She would have completely forgot that Michelle Obama was there and been like, "Oh, he doing what?
Who gave you the pictures? I don't know. Some black woman, some black lady.
Don't touch me, nigga." just a classic, just angry black. Like this is a good angry black woman scene. Like
she was angry and rightfully so.
Exactly,
in all regards.
Exactly. I was like, you better act.
And the kid killed it too. Like he was just like,
the kid was funny.
Sorry, I had the game. We played it.
Yeah.
You and mom getting a divorce. Like Jesus, like just like so nonchalant. It just fit like with the entire story. He's like, no, like come on, just like
at the end, he was like, "Are you guys talking about sex?" Like, that's enough at little Timmy's house, motherfucker. Take your ass to bed.
My favorite part was when he's like, "Yeah, we took it, but this bum ass game didn't even work."
It
kept messing up.
He's like, "I promise." Like it was like there was a murder on it.
I always give that to Will Smith movies. They always give him like a witty ass child to play like his son, daughter. Like they always give him a really good child actor to play off of him. I'll definitely give him that too. Yeah, he was a fun little guy.
Kid was not impressed with the game
at all. He was like, everybody in this movie's just.
It was already the gift was already open. I just took it, but
and it's broken. Like it don't even work.
Yeah,
I don't know why you looking for it.
Yo, everybody in this movie is fed up. Boy. Like, it's just like even over it. Yeah,
even the way you get to the you think I want to be going through this?
Like, are you kidding me?
And the other dude, everything was fine until your ass showed up. Exactly. Like everybody is
packed. Like, yo, like get me out of here, dog. That is so funny. Yes, bro. But yeah, this one's definitely one.
And this wasn't even a comedy. Like that.
Right. Yeah, not even a comedy. There's nothing funny about this plot.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, no, they have good comedic relief, but it's also just like a good movie. It's a good,
and that's
really
the thing
balanced
too. It's
movie.
like you get the sprinkle, like where some movies are kind of heavy on the Will-isms. This one, it had just a nice little sprinkle, just a nice little salt-based sprinkle of the Will Smithisms and the humor, but then you get the heaviness, like that steely, like grandeur when he's like with like the big bosses, and then the action scenes where he's doing that classic Will Smith, just like booking it, like you know, and just trying to, you know, get to the next thing, like just on the dash. The
it's
great
not a Will
chemistry
Smith movie if he's not running.
If he's not running full speed.
Running full speed. Like, I mean, cars chasing his ass, and he's just Usain Bolting down the damn freeway. Like, I was like, yep, this is a Will Smith movie, and it's good.
And yeah, what's his name from the Italian Job? Seth Green was in it.
Seth Green. Can't have a 90s, 2000s movie without Seth Green chopping away at a computer.
And we will, from now on, refer to him as the Napster.
The Napster.
The Napster.
Was on
the Napster. The king of Napster. Exactly. But yeah. Any
more from your notes?
Just the Jack Black isms. Just I love my isms tonight. Yeah, just like that was a pleasant surprise. I didn't go. This was another one where I didn't go into the cast and see who was in the film. So he was just a really nice surprise, and I like when him and Seth Green, they were in the interrogation room at the end. And it was just like, I mean, look, I made. What do you want us to do? Like,
we have no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
they're doing that. Like,
yeah.
It was like, are they still stalling? Yes.
Right.
Yes, they're still stalling.
Yes, they're still stalling. Yes.
I can imagine Omari watching movies and characters getting just
yeah.
Black.
It's the for sure. I'm telling you. It's that I'm definitely that. I'm that Luke. I'm that damn.
I love this Virginia King.
Yeah. I'm that meme. I'm that meme with what's his face? Where he's pointing the TV like that motherfucker right there.
With Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, with DiCaprio. He's just like, yo, that's that.
From Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Once Upon a Time, yeah. He's just on the couch. That's literally me. Like, just like, oh, especially with his black people. I'd be like, oh. I was like, Lisa Bonet, not Lisa Bonet.
I called her Sandra Evers from the Cosby Show. I was like, Sandra.
I said Zoe Kravitz when I first seen it. I was like, oh, Zoe. I was like, wait, no, that's her fine as mama.
Why did I say Janine? No, her character is Janine on the Cosby Show.
Janine?
Is it Janine? Lisa Bonet's character.
Lisa Bonet's character.
No,
on
Sandra.
Sandra?
Her name's Sandra? Yeah.
Sandra is the older sister.
All right, wait, let's do it.
I know it starts with the J. I know it starts with the J.
It's a different world. Ooh.
If I'm wrong,
Denise.
Denise. Who's Sandra then?
Sandra's the older sister.
I could have sworn she was the oldest one.
Elliot.
I thought
you
she
put
was,
the pudding in the Denise. Then you put the Denise in the pudding.
I put Jaleesa and Denise together. That's what happened.
You put the pudding in the Denise.
Oh my!
You no!
Whoa! I don't like where this is. I don't like where this is headed. I don't like where this is headed at all.
You take the Tokyo Drift and put Denise in the.
I don't like where this is headed.
Denise is right.
Yo, it's crazy how fine Lisa Bonet is. It's to the point where it's like she really didn't have to do much in her career. You know what I'm saying? Like she kind of just got to sit back and be fine for a couple of years, and then she married Momoa, and then like it's just like,
bro,
yeah, I'm Lisa Bonet.
Her character on the Cosby Show was the least interesting character,
and she really just did not care.
Continued her storyline into college.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they made it iconic. I mean. They made that character interesting when she finally moved on, which was kind of wild. Because yeah, you're right. She was just like so over it in the Cosby Show.
Yeah, she was just like
she wasn't even interested. She wasn't even interesting in a different world. They got rid of her character after like season 2.
Yeah, no, like they
followed somebody else.
Yeah, they just moved on. Yeah. Shout out to Lisa Bonet. She was just one of those unbothered, classic baddies. Yeah.
So what would you rate this movie?
I'll give it a 8.5 also. Yeah.
I think I go 8.
Yeah.
I'll go 8.5. The half points from good old Regina King.
From Regina King. I just like
serving.
I just like that this movie has every dynamic. It's not just like tunnel vision or like single faceted. It's multifaceted.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're dying laughing at parts. There's parts that are like crushing or like the gory scene of him getting hit by a car. It had all of it, and it kind of was like a good time stamp of the time period.
Absolutely,
yeah.
This movie sets the stage for all the other great Will Smith films. The especially the action adventure ones, the iRobots, the I Am Legends, where you get a very well-rounded performance from Will and an overall just like really good story, and you're taken for a ride, and you believe all the things that are happening, everything that Will's character's telling you, showing you, going through, and great characters to support. And just overall a fun time at the movies. This is one of those where you're flicking through the channels and you see this joint on FX, ABC, well, maybe not ABC Family, but maybe HBO, Showtime. And you're like, let me pop some popcorn and get this one going. So yeah, this is a good one. This definitely kind of alters my Will Smith list in a little
really?
bit. Yeah, I mean, I really like the
we could re-rank.
You would put it in top
not
5?
a top 5, no, top 10.
Well, what's your
10.
so wait? What was our top 5 again? I forgot.
My top 5 was something like I Am Legend, I, Robot.
Oh yeah, there's too many. That's right.
Men in Black,
Hitch. I don't know if it was in yours, but Hitch was definitely in mine.
Yeah, but I definitely had Ali and Pursuit of Happiness. That was probably like my top 5. Yeah.
Yeah, it might come in at 6 or 7.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Let's see.
There's some other Will Smith ones.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, you definitely had Bad Boys.
7 pounds.
I feel like you had Bad Boys. One of you.
Bad Boys 2.
2. Bad Boys 2. Hitch. Ali.
Cushion. You said you liked it or no?
But you had I Am Legend.
Mm-hmm.
So that's already 6.
iRobot. You didn't like it that much, though.
Nah.
Well, he don't like sci-fi.
Yeah, that's good.
I love
6 Degrees of Separation. You have it
6
over
Degrees of Separation
over the.
I have 6 Degrees of Separation over this. Independence Day.
Independence Day.
He just has too many good movies.
He's got great
movies. I feel like the more you're counting, the more people are going to be discouraged from watching this.
but
they're all really good movies.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. I probably would put it in the realm of like I would go. It could possibly crack the top 10.
Yeah. I'm saying like it could be 9, 10.
Like because I mean it depends
if
on
anything
your preference.
11.
Yeah,
you got like the Men in Black, Enemy of the State, type of
Focus was still good too.
Yeah, so it
Focus.
Just
yeah, you're right.
I know Gemini Man is really up there for Omar.
Don't get me started with Bright.
You didn't like Young Will?
Bright was
in Gemini Man.
Was
the young
dark.
Version?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Bright was dark.
Bright was dark as hell. Nah, great Will Smith entry right here. We love this.
Definitely go watch.
Yeah, big time. Oh, a beetle.
All right, and on that note, this has been another episode of What We Watching.
Welcome to Miami. Party when I go, when the man is